Well, hey folks, welcome to Solar Cabin Channel. It has been one heck of a winter, hasn't it? We had about twice as much snow as we normally get in a year, and it has been very cold all winter long. But just this last week or so, we've been having flash summer. It's been getting up into 70 degrees. That's just amazing. And I know it probably isn't going to last. However, it's triggered my need to dig in the dirt and get cleaned up and get ready for planting season around my cabin. Now, yesterday I spent time cleaning up my yard. I raked up all the leaves, gathered up the trash that had built up, and kind of got it prepared for what I'm going to do today. And I went down to the greenhouse today because I needed to pick up a few things. So this is just some of the stuff that I got today. I got 2 bags of medium western cedar bark. And I use this, I have to replenish it about every 2 years. These strips, walkways along the walkway here, I put in this bark. And cedar bark has an oil to it that is a natural weed suppressant and grass suppressant. So I'll fill in these areas now that the bark is kind of broken down. I have to do that about every 2 years. So I got 2 bags of that to fill in. And then I got some potting soil. And the potting soil I'm going to add, these are my mother's old wash basins here that she handed down to me. She's passed away now. And so they remind me of her. And every year I've got some perennials planted in here, which I kind of need to clean up. But then I'm going to add some of that potting soil to those. And I've got some pots that I'm going to put some potting soil in because I've got some vegetables that I'm going to grow. And I can get started now by planting the seeds. And I got 3 packs of seeds here. I've got some onions. These are evergreen bunching onions. And I've got some what's called a mesclun mix. These are different types of lettuce or plants that you can put in with your salads. And I grow a salad garden basically. What does this have in it? This has arugula, red kale Russian, lettuce red romaine, endive red greens, speckled leaf, lettuce Lola Rosa, lettuce green Paris Island, lettuce ruby, lettuce green salad bowl. So it's kind of a mix of different lettuces that you would use for a salad, and I love salad, so I got that. I'm going to put these in pots with some potting soil, and I got some broccoli because I like broccoli. So these are 3 things that I know I can get started early here. And then as you notice, I've still got my plastic on my porch. Every winter, I always wrap my porch and make a solarium out of it because I keep my propane tanks in here and I keep my e-bikes in here. And it also helps to warm the cabin up. It cuts down on the breeze and wind blowing in the cabin every time I open the door. Kind of acts like a mud room. But in spring, it heats up in here a lot. This acts like a greenhouse. And as long as it's like above 50 degrees outside, it'll be 70 to 80 degrees inside the solarium. So I can plant these seeds in my pots, and then I can set them in my solarium and give them a head start and get them kind of hardened off before I put them out in my raised beds. So that's the plan. Now I also picked up some other things. You can see I've got a couple of garden gnomes. I stopped at the dollar store. I was just going to go in there and get some treats for my dogs. But I decided I needed some new solar lights, and I've got 4 new solar lights down there. They're just the cheap ones. You know, if they last a year or 2, I'll be lucky. But I need those along my pathway here so I can see. And I got those 2 little garden gnomes because they're just cute, you know. And so I'm going to put those out, probably put them in my flower pots here. And then I got some fake flowers because I've got 2 pots outside there next to my walkway. And I just needed some flowers to replace those that I've got in it. I put some flake flowers in those every year just to fill in until my regular flowers start blooming, okay? And so I just thought these were pretty, kind of an orange and yellow. And, you know, I got all those at the dollar store. And the whole thing cost me under $30. So I'm pretty happy with that. The bark, the soil, and these things. Oh, I got these butterfly things here too, yard decorations. I thought those were pretty. So I got those, you know, a buck at the dollar store. And I was able to get those, and I'll put those in the raised beds as they start growing. Anyway, it gives me a little color because right now, this time of year, the trees don't have any green on them yet. So I'm going to go ahead and do this stuff, and I've already had 3 cups of coffee, so I've got lots of energy. So I'm going to go through this and do this really fast for y'all, and then I'll talk to you about it after I get it done. All right, let's get this done. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken. So I hung my head and I cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Okay, I got that all done in record time. Actually only took me about an hour. Bark's in, got the raised bed tilled up. I added some of that potting soil to that. Now that potting soil also has perlite, sphagnum moss, and compost in it, so it actually feeds the plants. So whatever I have left over from my putting in my pots, I put in my raised bed. That adds some food to the raised bed. Now, you see I was using this little tiller, and I really like this thing. I got this probably about 4 years, maybe 5 years ago, off Amazon. It is made by Earthwise. It is a tiller cultivator. It is electric. These are great if you just have small garden spots, because you can't get big tillers into those, and it'd be a waste of time and money to run a gas tiller for raised beds. But this runs off electric, and I was just running it off my 1,000 watt inverter, and you can see it ran just fine. So you don't need a big inverter, and everything in my place is powered by solar, so it's running off of free solar power, which makes me feel good when I'm doing my garden outside. So I've got all my pots filled up now. I'm going to put these seeds in, but I'm probably going to wait until maybe a little bit later in the year, maybe another week or two before I plant my seeds. I'm going to make sure that this weather doesn't turn off cold and the nights are staying above freezing, so that my plants have a good chance of surviving. But I've got those ready to go in those pots, and maybe I'll do another video when we do the actual planting, and hopefully that'll work out. All right, I hope you got something out of this video, that you enjoyed my working outside in the yard. The sun's out nice and beautiful right now, and so I'm going to go ahead and just go clean up my backyard where my dogs made a mess in it, and have a great day working outside. Have a great day, everybody.